So the gradual release module is a model that we use to be able to make sure our students are grasping the standards as we teach it. It starts off with the I do, the we do, and then the you do method. So usually the I do involves the teacher taking 10 to 15 minutes to explain the concept that they want the students to learn. And in that concept, we model exactly what we are expecting from the students. I've had great success with that part as long as I model it explicitly and I show the students what I'm expecting. When we get to the we do component of the module, that's when me and the students do it together. And a lot of times it's me releasing my standard to the students to then incorporate and start to synthesize. So normally the way it works is after I model, I'll make sure I have no questions or concerns. I'll go into the we do, where we do the standard together. And then once I know that my students are okay, and the way I know it is I use the we do as their formative assessment to go around the room to make sure everybody's with me. And then once I know that we're okay, I release it to the you do, where they're allowed then to work individually to show me that they mastered the skill. I think it's beneficial because we kind of get in a position where we're no longer just saying what we want the students to do, but we're showing them how to do it. And once they see us doing it and that we're capable of doing it, and then that we hold their hands while they get to the we do, then when they get to the I do, it only builds their confidence when it's coming to standards that they don't understand, they haven't been introduced to. It only builds them as scholars to be able to be peer educators, where they're then able to go to the highest level of bloom, where they're able to now teach their peer. They're able to now transfer that knowledge. So I think my students have become more excited about it because I've used it in every lesson, whether I'm teaching reading, writing, or U.S. history. I always use the gradual release model, so my students know the routine is Ms. Brandon has to do it first, then we're going to do it together, and then I get the opportunity to show Ms. Brandon what I've learned. The students don't know what to expect from us. So when we're explicit in our instruction and we model exactly what we're expecting from the students, it builds their confidence. It helps us to be able to support them in those gaps. And then when they get to that you do, they feel empowered, like I've accomplished this. I know this standard. I know it well enough that I can teach it to a sibling. So I think other peers of mine that have seen me do this in writing, they've loved it so much. They're like, okay, I'm stealing that idea. I'm gonna use it. And I'm like, we all have access to it. It's free and it's simple if we show them how to do it. So if you know a peer that is not using it, I would say this is a good recommendation to tell them to use, because it takes the heavy lifting off of us and it puts it on our students where they're showing us what they know.